Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Woodmere Estate Revival. It's a big Saturday work day here at the house. We're going to be working on a couple of different fronts. One, we're going to be spending some time outside. It stopped raining finally. It's probably going to pick back up later on this afternoon, so we're going to try to get a little cleanup work done on the back patio and poolside area. We want to get the patio cleared off to see if there are any other drains hidden under the weeds, under the dirt and the vines, that might help to mitigate some of the water issues around the back of the house. Not sure if there are. We're really not sure how this back patio was designed to drain. We do think there's a French drain under there. We can hear something running that's not a downspout drain, you know, when there's wet weather. So we think there's some sort of French drain, some sort of drainage system, but we're trying to expose all the brick, one, to find out if there's other drains that could help take care of some of this runoff, and two, just to see what kind of shape the patio's in. We know some of the brick are broken, some are spalling from just exposure to the elements. So we had planned all along on keeping the patio, but we want to make sure that the patio is in good shape and that there's not a whole lot of broken bricks, so we can go ahead and reutilize most of that. So let me take you on a quick tour, show you what we're up to. I'm standing here poolside and looking back towards the driveway. This patio cover is going to get torn down. The wooden structure is all rotted, and the vinyl covering is tattered and faded. So we're going to demo the entire back porch cover here. We're going to be building a new one that's going to be higher and wider, and it's going to give us an opportunity to put an outdoor fireplace over here, along with an outdoor barbecue space and some prep area, so we can get out here and barbecue and entertain with family and friends. As you can see, there's just brush and debris piled everywhere, so we're going to start cutting up and dragging away some of these trees and cutting down some of the saplings and larger trees around the pool. We're going to get all this stuff away from the pool before we begin to service it. And then further down the patio, you can see the brick extends all the way from around the pool, all the way down the back of the house, from the stone wall all the way to the edge of the house here, and continues all the way out this gate. Past the garage to the driveway. You can see there's water laying in places, so we definitely have some drainage issues. There are some drains about, but they're obviously not taking care of the job. So we want to get all these trees cut down, all these leaves and vines and everything pulled back, expose the entire patio. That way we can really see what we're working with. If it starts pouring the rain today, I'm going to be back inside working on the flooring again. We got the front half of the house tore out, all the floorboards and everything gone, all the subfloor, but we still have the parquet floor and the plywood subfloor in the back of the house under the kitchen and family room area. We're going to go ahead and rip all that out. One, just to give easier access for our subs so they can get in there and run ductwork, plumbing, electrical. Two, we want to get the moisture under control, so we're going to clean out the entire crawl space, get any cellulose debris, any type of wood debris out of there, put down a brand new moisture barrier. We are going to encapsulate the crawl space, so they'll use a really heavy-duty vapor barrier, and it will be sealed to the side walls of the foundation. And then we'll have a large commercial dehumidifier hardwired into our electrical system, and that thing will run and keep the inside of the crawl space at an acceptable humidity. We're not going to play any games with moisture. There's been too much moisture issue in the house already, rot, mildew, mold. And so we're not taking any chances. We're going to encapsulate that crawl space, climate control it, and make sure that we don't have any future issues. So we're going to get started on the outside space in the meantime before the rain hits again.
Hold on, now I got something on my eye.
Amber's working on pulling the vines down off the side of the house.
There we go.
Good job, hon. The vines have pretty well had free reign.
Yeah. Oops.
Nothing's been done to control them in many, many years.
I don't know if this is good. There. Yeah, got that piece.
Oh,
Got wind with this one. Alright. Whoops.
what are you stepping on?
A planter.
Did it break?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was going to keep that.
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
Oh, boo.
Well, I'm pretty sure it would have broken.
What's broken?
Oh, this.
Hey, boys.
I'm not going.
This planter's broke.
What you guys up to?
Looking at the frogs.
Frogs in our pool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Push this flag in the pool.
Of course. Why wouldn't there be frogs in the pool?
Who knows?
All right, what's next, hon?
Well, we're gonna get this cleaned up. You're gonna weed whack.
Yep, got the brush blade hooked up on the string trimmer, so we'll go ahead and knock down all these little briars and saplings. And we can start raking and getting all this mess up. You'd never know there's a brick patio under here. There is, somewhere. Yeah, there you go. All right, hon, keep up the good work.
So we were working outside, but it decided to start pouring the rain. So we've moved things inside, and we're going to try to rip up more of the floor in here in the kitchen and family room area to kind of see what's going on with all the drainage issues that we're having.
joist looks a lot better.
This joist looks a lot better. Oh, that would be great news. I'm actually kind of surprised because of all the water, you know, that's been coming in here.
So here's where we're at, about halfway through the afternoon. See how much of the floor we pulled out here. We're just going along a 3 to 4 foot strip, just running down through here. But the most surprising thing, you know, we've been dealing with some water, trying to figure out why there's so much water under the house. Well, it's kind of difficult to tell from this camera angle, but it appears at this point that the patio is maybe 6 to 8 inches higher than the foundation wall. So your sill, your floor joists, your band joists, all that stuff are now below grade. And so all this rain, this runoff, which runs right up against the house, you can see it puddling out there. This runs right up against the house. Doesn't help that there's no gutters, but it would have done it anyways because of the way it's graded. It's higher back here on the wall than it is right here against the house. So all that water just runs over here and pools. It doesn't matter if you've got a foundation drain or not. That water is just sitting right up against the house. So at this point, no surprise, a lot of water down in the crawl space right here against the foundation. And again, some very obvious rot on some of these floor joists and the sill and the band joists, just from where that water's been sitting against the back of the house for who knows how many years. I'm guessing ever since that patio was put in, they must have raised the grade, and so all that water's just been sitting there and causes severe damage. You see how much rot is in that floor joist. So we suspect we might have some problems back here, and our suspicions were correct. We've got some pretty serious issues. So it does look like we're going to have to pull all the brick and then grade all this dirt away from the back of the house and get the back patio back down below the level of the foundation. Waterproof, put a drain in, and then come back in and make sure that the finished height of the patio is below the level of the foundation. So we're going to keep trucking, keep pulling some more of this floor up, and see what we can get done. What do you think, Dad?
I can't say it on TV. For the computer. But
Yeah, this show's rated G. So.
yeah. Rated G for general audience. That's
Yeah.
depends on whose audience.
Right. Yeah. I think everybody watching the show is probably seeing those words in their head anyway. So. All right, we're going to keep on plugging. Well, that wraps up another episode of Woodmere Estate Revival. Appreciate you guys tuning in today. We had a busy day today here at the house. We started out outside working on the back patio area, trying to clean off all the old brick pavers, get all the vines and dirt and everything off of them so we can see what we have left. We were also trying to figure out what all's going on with our drainage issues out back. It started pouring the rain about a couple hours into the project, so we moved inside and have been working on subfloor for the rest of the day. We're pulling up the subfloor in the family room and the living room now. That's the last section of flooring in the downstairs. Everything else has been pulled out at this point, but we wanted to go ahead and take up the rest of the flooring in the back of the house. It's not been as damaged as the stuff in the front, but we knew that there's been so much moisture underneath the front of the house there's got to be an equivalent amount of moisture underneath the back of the house, and sure enough, as soon as we started pulling everything up, we found puddles of water all around the foundation. We found where water had been running across the top of the foundation down into the crawl space, rotting the sill plate, rotting the band joist, rotting the ends of the floor joist. So again, significant water damage in the back of the house. So it's a good thing we've been pulling it all up. Better to know now than, you know, a couple months into the project, contractors comes to us and say, hey, you know, you got a bunch of rot here, and we weren't anticipating that or planning for that in our budget. So let me show you what we were able to accomplish. So this is the site of the old kitchen, and you can see we cut about a 3-foot swath all the way down the back of the house here. So all the way down past the slider and into the family room area and over to the back door. And there is some significant rot and water damage in this flooring. So again, it's great that we pulled this out, discovered it now. We're going to get the water taken care of underneath the house. Based on today's evidence, it looks like the back patio is actually higher than the foundation. And we know for sure that there's water coming across the top of the foundation. There's water rotting the floor joist and the sill plate. You can see how significant some of the rot really is here. Looking back into that joist cavity, the whole bottom of the joist is just eat up with fungus. The sill plate and the band joist are all just eat up. So again, it's a good thing that we got in here and pulled this flooring up. Otherwise, we'd been in for a big surprise later on. You can see how much water is puddling down in there. I mean, there's some significant water laying in the crawl space. So the humidity underneath the house is probably hovering at about 80%. So I mean, it's no wonder these floor joists soaked up so much moisture and rotted so significantly. It's not as bad over here towards the garage into the house, but even here underneath this window in the kitchen here, there's obviously been some long-term water issues, whether from the kitchen sink or maybe around this window. But the sill plate again is rotten, and the ends of the floor joists are rotten. So tomorrow we'll be back down here. My dad came over today and was a big help with the subfloor. Amber was busy outside. We're anticipating better weather tomorrow, so hopefully we're going to get back outside and work some more on the back patio, get some more of that done, and get back in here and take up some more of this flooring, try to get this another big section taken out tomorrow afternoon. Thanks again for tuning in with us. We appreciate you following the progress of our project. It's a big one. We've got months to go, and so hopefully you're enjoying following this project. Please be sure to hit that subscription button. Please like the video and share it with friends if you appreciate what we're doing here. And feel free to leave comments or questions below. Take care. Have a great night.